Hey there, everyone. Welcome to today's online workshop. This is Daniel Levis. Really excited to be here with you guys today, delivering this training. And the first thing that I need you to do, I need some help from you. I need you to help me do a little tech check. Okay, if you'd be so kind as to type the word yes into the chat. If you can hear my voice and see my face on the screen there, yes into the chat box, please. And there's a slight delay. So while those are coming in, I just want to let you know that my associate Paul is in the chat room with you, and he's going to be monitoring your chats and helping me out with the Q&A. My name is Daniel Levis, as you can see up on the screen. Okay, I see the S's coming in. We're ready to rock and roll. And you might wonder about now, why is he showing a human heart and a winning lottery ticket on the screen? And what does that have to do with building a highly profitable email list? Well, did you know that according to numerous medical studies, more heart attacks occur on Monday morning than at any other time? The stress of returning to work and the start of a long week is actually killing people. And what's with the lottery ticket? I hope you guys can see the screens moving. Did you guys see the screen move? No video, no image, no pic. Crap. I don't know why that's happening. Let's go and see if we can figure that out. Screen share. Sorry, guys. See if we can get this fixed up. It's not giving me a screen share. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. All right. Do you see the screen coming in about now? Tell me if you can see the screen. No screen? Yes, no? Do you see the screen? Yes. All right. We have liftoff. All right. Let's start this over again. No, this is not a recording. I'm actually here doing this. All right. So I know you guys can hear me, obviously. So let's get right underway. You might wonder about now why I'm showing a human heart and a winning lottery ticket on the screen. Hopefully you can see it now. What does that have to do with building a highly profitable email list? Well, did you know that according to numerous medical studies, more heart attacks on Monday morning than any other time? Stress, returning back to work, start of a long work week is actually killing people. And what's with the lottery ticket? Well, according to the National Endowment for Financial Education, 70% of lottery winners go broke within just a few years of winning millions of dollars. And believe it or not, the underlying reason behind both of these shocking statistics is the same reason you have more than likely struggled and failed in your entrepreneurial endeavors thus far. And all will become clear today. You're going to discover that fatal flaw that's been holding you back, and you'll finally be able to move forward. So, who is this training for? Existing full-time business owners who are struggling way too hard for too little money. You know the money is in the list, and you've tried to build one, but it's just too time-consuming, and you have no idea how to monetize the few subscribers that you're able to attract. It's also for part-time entrepreneurs looking to augment their day job income, have tried and failed at affiliate marketing, e-commerce, Facebook ads, Shopify, Amazon selling, SEO, network marketing, and dozens of other foolproof systems. All it got you was more credit card debt and hours of sitting at your computer instead of enjoying your off hours with your family. And it's also for people who are experiencing what I call an employment crisis. And an employment crisis is that trapped, don't know where to turn feeling that you get when you realize that your financial future is in serious jeopardy. Too much month at the end of the money, no security because you're about to be laid off at any minute again, and abject misery because you're spending 1/3 of your life doing something that means nothing to you. Does this happen to a lot of entrepreneurs as well when they realize they built themselves a glorified job that they hate even more than the one they left? You bet. So in the next 45 minutes, I'm going to share multiple case studies where people just like you have gone from failure to outrageous success. And the one thing they started doing differently from 98% of the folks who struggle repeatedly to gain traction in one online money-making endeavor after another. I'm going to show you how you can get started immediately and roll out big, scaling to 6 or even 7-figure income in just a few short months, using other people's money and other people's lists to fund your growth, even if you have no online marketing experience whatsoever. I'm going to show you how you can work from anywhere in the world that you please, managing your business from gorgeous postcard locations around the globe, choosing your own hours, as many or as few as you enjoy, and most importantly of all, how you can build a business around your own personal passion, and how you can engage in work that's truly fulfilling and meaningful to you, how you can stop the endless trial and error and repeated frustration of hopping from one flawed business opportunity to the next, and you can put an end to your employment crisis forever. Essentially, what you need to know for rapid list building and $3 to $16 per subscriber earnings every couple of weeks without guesswork and risking your own money. Because imagine earning $6,000 a month with just 1,000 names on your email list, or $60,000 a month with just 10,000. Because both knowledge and leverage are essential. We're here to do big things. Of course, I need 100% of your focused attention. Doing anything else is like texting under the table during a job interview. So go ahead and shut down Skype and Facebook and any other applications that you might have blinking and beeping for your attention. Turn off your smartphone, because this is your time. This is your turn to build a real business that you can be proud of and that can give you real time and money, freedom, and a really gratifying sense of purpose in your life. Now, you want to stay right to the end, because I'm going to give you my quick start list business blueprint at the end. This is a laminate that I have up on the wall here in my office, and we're going to be working with this. Two-sided, actually, there's the flip side. Now, I'm not going to give you the laminate, obviously, but you'll have a PDF of this. And would you like the slides at the end as well? Yes? Okay, cool. We're going to give you those too. And I'm also going to be answering questions after the webinar. All right, so what's the one thing that's causing people to have heart attacks on Monday mornings and go broke after winning the lottery? And it's the same thing that's kept you from having any real success building an online business. See if you can figure it out as we go along here. This is one of my students. Her name is Sue Heinze. Sue used to be a clerk at the Water Authority in Southeastern Australia, but her passion was physical fitness, and she dreamed of making her living as a fitness instructor. Quit her job, struggled away as a personal coach and trainer, and like most independent entrepreneurs, small business people, her gross income before expenses was around $42,000 a year, about the same as she was making at the Water Authority, yet she was actually working much harder. Until she discovered the business she was really in, and she started building an email list. Not just any kind of email list, mind you. A very special kind of email list, which I will define for you in a moment. And here's what she was able to do within about 6 weeks of taking my program. $5,200 in a single day. $9,100 in just one day. In just 14 days' time, Sue was able to generate more than she had been making all year. Not bad. Can you see yourself in this picture? This is another one of my members, Noah St. John. Noah was living in his parents' basement when he discovered the secrets you're going to learn here today. Had a fancy psych degree, but he couldn't find a steady job. Now he's the best-selling author of the Book of Affirmations, and he's having the time of his life, helping tens of thousands of people around the world to attract more money, lose hundreds of pounds, find their soulmate, and grow their businesses, all because of the power of a very particular type of email list. This is John Benson, another email alchemy success story. John worked for a stodgy IT consulting company where he had to wear a suit and tie in 100-degree Dallas heat and memorize a company's song. He went out on his own as a graphic designer, failed miserably for years, putting in 16-hour days. His health suffered, ended up having a massive heart attack. because he was so miserably burned out and out of shape. Now, I'm not sure if that was a Monday, but John had a problem, needed to put his health back together, documented his journey in an ebook. It's called Fit Over 40, built a list-based business on the back of that product and turned his life around. Built another list-based business called VSL Generator, but he didn't really understand the true power of an email list until he wanted to get into the software business with something called 3X Accelerator. And that's where I helped him to bring in over $400,000 in just 16 days of release from a modest, little, but very special kind of email list of less than 9,000 subscribers. So what's the difference that made the difference? What's the one thing that these folks began doing differently that finally allowed them to break through to success? Have you guessed it yet? Yes, they built an email list. Yes, they followed a proven system for monetizing that list quickly. But the real key thing that they have going for them is that they're spending their days doing work they find meaningful for people they care about. And the very special kind of email list that's making them a fortune is called a fellowship. You see, it's not hard work and crazy deadlines and demands that makes people drop dead from a heart attack on Monday mornings. And it's not stupidity that makes people blow through millions of dollars in lottery winnings. The missing ingredient is a sense of meaning in your work and in your life. That's right. I'm talking about meaning on a list building training, not about some new email address scraping software or black hat trick. Because that is the most meaningful success factor. Without it, you walk around all day long feeling that you're working away in the wrong place, doing the wrong thing with the wrong people, and spending your money on things that have no real meaning to you and that do not give you any lasting sense of satisfaction. There's nothing more corrosive to your health, dangerous to your wealth, and destructive to your success than spending your days engaged in activities that do not have a deep degree of significance to you and to the people that you care about. And it's not until you pursue a definite major purpose and mission in your life, work that you're passionate about, in other words, for people you care deeply about, that special kind of email list that I told you about, that you can really become successful. That sense of meaning is like medicine for your body and soul. That is when you have the power to break through any and all barriers to success and finally start building a hugely profitable email list and business. And so my claim to fame, why you should be paying very, very close attention today, is pretty much summed up by these three numbers. Numbers on the left, that's the average dollars per name, per subscriber, in other words, that my clients and my students enjoy when A, they realize the real business they're in is the fellowship building business, and B, when they apply the various specific techniques and strategies that I'm going to be sharing with you here today to produce these numbers, as you've seen, in as little as 2 weeks. And the number on the right, well, that's the number that you may have heard bandied about by various list building gurus and experts. It says for every person on your list, you should be able to generate $1 per month. And you'll notice something weird about the numbers on the left. Despite being a short 2-week window, worst case, it's actually triple the number on the right. And numbers are important. Business models are important, obviously. But what's most important of all are the blessings these things can bring into your life. Being able to never worry about your family's financial well-being. Being able to walk into a store and just buy something without even looking at the price tag. Or imagine being able to give freely as much as you want to your favorite charities and causes. Being able to immerse yourself in your own personal, passionate interests and building your entire business around something that you really care about. Nothing is more gratifying and rewarding than knowing that what you're doing on a day in, day out basis actually matters, that it actually means something and makes a positive difference in the world. So here's what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you how to take a personal, professional interest, passion, or problem and turn it into a lucrative and enjoyable lifestyle business. I'm going to show you the easy way to do this without capital, inventory, or office space, and without employees, by building a large and highly responsive fellowship of people with similar interests, passions, and or challenges, how to exchange real value for money with that list from day one. So you're never risking a lot of capital or time and effort prior to seeing a return. So you can build steadily to 6 or even 7 figures in a matter of months, not years, and how to automate your entire marketing and fulfillment process so that your list, your income, and your personal freedom grow. And you're living a healthy, balanced, and blessed life in every way. You're not going to be spending 12 hours a day burning your life away on social media. We're not going to be talking about that at all. In addition, I'm going to give you the tech piece. I'm going to show you the simple, easy to use, and affordable tools that I personally recommend you use to automate this business. I'm going to save you a ton of time and due diligence, because unless tech is your passion, this can be a serious roadblock for some people. And most of all, we're going to dissolve the spirit-crushing conflict between work and play. I'm going to show you how you can spend your days doing something you love, with people you love, transforming people's lives, living a life of profound purpose while making more money in a month than most people make all year. And I'll show it to you in just 3 simple steps. Sound good? Okay. A little about me for folks who don't already know. They call me the email alchemist. And that's just kind of a weird way of saying that I know how to turn small email lists into big profits and big lists into humongous profits. And people pay me to do this. I'm an email alchemist for hire, in other words, and not an inexpensive one. My private clients, businesses like the Motley Fool, Robert Allen and Mark Victor Hansen of No Money Down Real Estate and Chicken Soup for the Soul fame, Webinar Jam, the folks who developed the software that makes this webinar possible, and many other list-driven businesses pay me tens of thousands and even hundreds of thousands of dollars to help them to build their lists, and I charge $2,500 per email when people hire me to do this. I'm also a best-selling author. I wrote the infamous Email Alchemist book, which rose to #1 bestseller on Amazon in the direct marketing category within weeks of its recent release, also in the business mentoring and coaching category. And I also have a side business teaching people how to build these kinds of businesses from scratch, because you don't need hundreds of thousands of subscribers to make a substantial income with this. You don't. Here's a screenshot of one of my own personal customer relationship management systems showing sales for these training programs made to my own list, generated from a list of fewer than 20,000 subscribers. And this doesn't even include affiliate sales that I also generate from this list, or service work that is triggered by it. My business is built around my passion, which is marketing. I love marketing, solving a common business problem, which is revenue and profit growth. And the people on my list, you included, all share that passion. Our relationship starts with that common interest, and it grows as I share my knowledge and genuine desire to make your life better. I get so much meaning from this work, I couldn't stop doing it if I tried. And I have done a lot of things right to get to this point, but I want you to know that I've done a lot more things wrong. You see, I would never have figured out list building and email marketing if I hadn't tried and failed numerous times. And I've learned more from these quote unquote failures than I ever did from the few things in my life that worked out the very first time I did them. And I know that many people who come to these trainings discount their own worth and abilities by putting the presenter on some kind of a pedestal and thinking, you know, they're only successful because they have some kind of special powers or talents. And so I want you to know that I'm nothing special. In fact, I was probably on the list of people least likely to succeed at anything in my high school yearbook. In fact, I flunked out of high school in grade 10, worked all kinds of menial and meaningless, at least to me anyway, jobs for decades, nearly went bankrupt numerous times, chasing various entrepreneurial opportunities. I just never gave up until I finally had the courage to find and to pursue the thing that I was put on this planet to do. And I created a simple step-by-step system and tool set that you can duplicate, and you can build a lucrative business around the thing that you were put on this planet to do. And now, before I show you those steps, my lawyer insists that I show you this slide. Mileage may vary. My results are not typical. I've shown you some pretty impressive results, and there are more coming up. But I don't want you to think that these results happen for everybody. In fact, the vast majority of the people who come to these trainings and buy my programs don't make a single dime. In just the same way, thousands and thousands of people have Stairmasters and treadmills that they paid thousands and thousands of dollars for, sitting idly somewhere in the corner of the basement. And it's just human nature. Everybody wants to be a millionaire. Everybody wants financial and lifestyle freedom, but very few people have the drive and the determination to actually do it. I can give you an amazingly detailed and doable roadmap to incredible success and every imaginable tool for getting there, and I will, but ultimately your success is your own. You must take action and you must take risks. Now, I'm here to show you the right action and how to minimize risk, and it won't cost you a dime to see it, but action and some measure of calculated risk is inescapable. There's simply no other way. And so if you have a glass half empty mentality that loves to make excuses, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I don't have the time, I don't have the expertise, I don't have the experience, I'm not talented enough. Well, this isn't going to work for you if that's your mindset. Because whether you think you can do what I'm going to show you here today or you think you can't, trust me, you're right either way. So if you're still with me, step number one, you got to really understand the business model. And we're going to take Sue as an example. She's a full-time mom, started her business as a fitness trainer and later started videotaping lessons and workouts and putting together diets and things, and then went to work selling them online. And that's pretty much the accepted model, right? Create product and then focus on selling it. But there's a reason the average entrepreneurial income is $26,695 per year after expenses. Sue thought she was in the business of selling fitness programs. Not so. Her ebooks and videos and things are products, but a product is never a business. And this is actually true if you're a stay-at-home mom building a little lifestyle business for yourself, or if you're a multinational corporation. Look at Apple, the largest company in the world today. If you look at their financial statements, you can see that the value of their plant property and equipment, that's the sum total of everything that goes into making their products, is $27 billion. Yet Apple is worth over $321 billion, more than 10 times as much. Why? Because consumers line up to buy their new products. Apple Watch, iPad, iPhone, even before all of the information about the products has been revealed to the public. You see, Apple has created a brand where people trust that the products released by the company will be of the highest quality and worth the money. And you could even say that those people have a relationship with Apple, and that Apple has a following and a fellowship with its customers. And that intangible asset, while it lacks physical substance, cannot be seen, cannot be heard or touched, is estimated by experts to be worth some $247 billion. Apple is not in the device business. They're in the relationship business. And every year, Apple now spends over $2 billion in advertising to maintain and further those relationships. You take that intangible, invisible, untouchable asset that only exists between people's ears away from them, and Apple would disintegrate into bankruptcy overnight. On the other hand, if we took everything else away, any old devices would do, as long as they had the Apple name on them, until people figured out that they were being tricked, like we often see when corporate raiders gut a brand, like we've seen with Maytag and Mercedes-Benz and other companies. The real business is the relationship, and we need to remember this, because the difference for Sue was a business that made $42,000 a year to a business that now does in excess of $450,000 a year. Her annual income has become her monthly income. And now the miracle of building a lifestyle business in the internet age is that we don't have to spend $2 billion or $2 million or even $20,000 to build and maintain those relationships. In fact, I'm going to show you in a few minutes here how to do it with no money out of your pocket whatsoever. A single person armed with a laptop computer can now build a highly profitable global network of relationships, a fellowship of like-minded individuals with similar interests, passions, or problems gathered together on an email list. And each person on that list can be worth between $3 and $16 to you every couple of weeks. Do the math. Even if you do that every month, never mind every 2 weeks, and you take the worst case scenario, $3 per subscriber. Look, 1,500 subscribers can be worth $4,500 a month to you. 15,000, $45,000 a month to you. 150,000 subscribers is worth $450,000 a month. Worst case scenario. And there are basically two monetization strategies. You can develop your own product or service, like Sue, which is an extremely profitable route, and it can be physical products like supplements or sporting gear or whatever it might be, or it could be digital products like ebooks and virtual courses or membership sites or mastermind groups and what have you. It could even be a service of some kind. Personally, I like selling products because it's easier to scale, especially digital products, because the fulfillment cost is next to nothing, but it can be just about anything. Because remember, the product or service is not the real driver of the business. The value and the profit is in the list. It's the relationship that matters. And a great example of that is another one of our elite members. This is Hubert Centers. Hubert's business is 100% digital. He has a membership site offering investing advice. As you can see here, it's a list-driven business that he's built up from scratch, from nothing, well into the seven figures. Here's another digital product success story from one of my students. He's a partner in the Elevation Group. Says the 10-day email alchemy campaign bagged seven figures from a customer list of just over 31,000 names. $34.83 per list name in less than 2 weeks. Now, the Elevation Group is a company started by Mike Dillard because he wanted to learn how to invest all the money that he was making in his list-based businesses. He had a problem, found a solution, and built a fellowship around that topic. So that's monetization method number one. Create and sell a product of your own. I'm going to show you how surprisingly easy it can be to do that in a moment here. You can also build one of these list-based businesses entirely around affiliate products. Amazon popularized affiliate marketing over 10 years ago with these little tracking links that allow you to promote an item to your email list without having to worry about creating or procuring that item or servicing that item. You just refer and get paid. And now today you can get paid to promote pretty much anything under the sun because every product creator has an affiliate program. All you need is an email list and a strong bond of trust and rapport with that list. Last year, I earned $228,602 in affiliate commissions, just filling in days that I didn't have any offers of my own to email the list that day. And I still have a bunch of excess time, days when I'm not mailing the list, that I could be promoting more of these offers, hundreds of thousands of dollars, bonus dollars, just for sharing my experience with a few products I use and enjoy. How is that even possible? Is it really just a matter of having a list and mailing it? Well, no, it's not. There's nothing magical about a list of email addresses. In fact, the size of the list is not really the key factor at all. You can go online right now. You can buy a list of 1 million email addresses for $100, and I can guarantee you just wasted $100. The key is the relationship you enjoy with that list, the trust and the familiarity that you have developed with that list. If you have that, you can very quickly build a handsome six-figure income with a tiny little list of just a couple of thousand names selling affiliate products. And if you want to create and you want to enjoy that kind of income and beyond, there are a couple of unbreakable operating commandments that you have to abide by as you're building your list-based business. Number one, never, ever, ever put money ahead of trust. Never promote something that you've not used and that you don't believe in with all your heart. I mean, these are your friends, your followers, and you have a great responsibility as their leader and benefactor to thoroughly vet anything that you endorse. You need to treat these people like family so that every time they buy something from you or through you, they're better off. Commandment number two, always bring value. When you send an email out to your list, sure, you want people to click on a link and buy something. That's how you get paid. But regardless of whether somebody is interested in what you're promoting that day, the content of that email must bring some kind of reward to the person reading. I call this secondary reward, some sort of a positive feeling the subscriber enjoys as a result of hearing from you that day. Whether it's a smile on their lips, some hope, a word of encouragement, a useful tip or piece of advice or wisdom, whether that person is in a position to buy something that day or not. They're glad they opened your email and spent a couple of minutes with you. And this is where a lot of people fail in this business, because it's difficult and time consuming to keep this up. And it's the reason smart people pay copywriters like me so darn much money. But I'm going to show you something astonishing in a minute here that makes it drop dead easy. All right, so now that we know we want to build a list and where the actual value is created within that list, let's go ahead and dive into actually doing it. Step number 2, you got to carve out a niche or market. Okay, so your list is going to be comprised of people who share the same passion, hobby, goal, or problem. The next thing you're going to need to do is choose that topic. And that's really one of the coolest things about this business model. You can and you should build your business around something that you really love or that you've suffered with and you found a solution to. This is one of our very successful Email Alchemy members, Steve Gray. Now, Steve was a struggling Herbalife distributor. Prior to discovering the list building business, had a passion for natural health. Dropped Herbalife, started selling digital products. And that's a great niche because people are always interested in bettering their health. We have an aging population, and Steve sells digital information products such as Smart Blood Sugar, the Blood Pressure Solution, Perfect Meal Plans, and others, branded products that he created. And I'll show you how that's done in a minute here. And once those folks are on Steve's email list, he then sells nutritional supplements and affiliate products on the back end. Steve has built a list of over 150,000 active and engaged subscribers. And last I heard, he was earning at least $5,500 every single time he mails that list. And he mails it daily. He's earning several $1 million a year with this very low overhead business. I'm going to show you exactly how we build these lists at zero out-of-pocket cost in a moment. This is Frank Rumbauskas, another one of our members, and Frank built his business by simply solving a problem. He was getting fired from one sales job after another because he sucked at cold calling. Well, guess what? Cold calling doesn't work for a lot of salespeople. So Frank went to work studying and experimenting with different ways of marketing versus cold calling, became a top producing salesperson, and then built a business helping other salespeople do the same thing. He started moonlighting, getting those other salespeople who hated cold calling onto a list, and within 6 weeks, he quit his job. Within 7 months, he was driving an S-Class Mercedes. This is Travis Sago, divorced, smoked 2 packs of cigarettes a day, $17,000 behind on his child support payments when he discovered the list building business. Today, he's one of the happiest guys you'll ever meet. Did the soul searching, made the changes necessary to turn his life around, and he shared his insights by creating and selling an ebook. It's called The Magic of Making Up. 51,119 copies sold in 77 countries. That's what you call a buyer's list. So anything to do with interpersonal relationships and self-development, whether it be through your own suffering and screw-ups, or simply as a topic that you're passionate about. Travis loves the list building business so much, he recently started up a new venture as an email alchemist for hire, writing email campaigns for other list-based businesses. Dan Meredith here did the same thing, combined his love of fitness with his passion for marketing, scaled to mid 6-figure turnover within 4 months. Of course, anything to do with money making makes a great list-based business, whether it's marketing, real estate investing, stock trading, and so on. So here's your first action item. I want you to grab your pen, go to the top of the last page in your profit guide if you have it, or a fresh page if you're using a notebook. I want you to start thinking about your own life and experiences and what you were born to do in this life. And start thinking about your own life and your experiences and what gives you the greatest satisfaction? What activities energize you and inspire you? What expertise and skills have you developed? And also, what problems have you overcome in your life? Or even what problems are you grappling with right now? Because it's those passions and those problems that will lead you to financial freedom. And I want you to understand that in the world we live in today, our members are finding opportunity everywhere. More opportunity exists than at any time in human history, because the internet has made it possible to affordably reach the tiniest, most minutely defined interest groups imaginable, regardless of where these people may be located in the world. Where in the past we had just a handful of different ways of reaching a potential customer, products and markets had to be much more generic, and therefore access to those markets was extremely expensive. Not anymore. Now people can be anywhere in the world and you can communicate with them, you can get them on your email list, and you can build trust and relationship and sales. Here's just a tiny little sampling, tiny little list of some of the unusual and not so unusual niches our Email Alchemy members are involved with, and in which you can build these list-based businesses. Sports instruction and equipment. We have a guy selling a jacket that golfers wear to improve their swing. Parenting, dating, arts and crafts. We have members making a fortune selling wire jewelry making kits and materials. Another member sells high quality Italian rosary beads and rosary making supplies. Business training. We have members teaching sales and marketing, fitness, leadership skills, finance, operations, outsourcing, some niching down by industry, catering to insurance agents, others to dentists, others doing startups. Huge opportunity there. Cybersecurity is big right now. Virtually anything you're passionate about or challenged by, you can build a lucrative list-based business around these days. It can be a product that you design entirely from scratch, or you can simply sell affiliate products, at least in the beginning. You can start building your business immediately and developing your own products as you go along. Remember, a product is not a business. The list and the fellowship you enjoy with the list, that's what matters. All right, so now that you've nailed down a niche, or at least you got some ideas beginning to percolate, it's time for step 3, building and monetizing your list. Now, this is where it gets really exciting. Here's where the rubber hits the road and you start making money and building a real business. And there are 3 things you need to make this happen. You need a web page or to capture a lead, right? A subscriber, and a lead capture magnet, something to give your new subscribers in exchange for their email address and permission to follow up. Obviously, you need traffic, right? You need to get people to your web page. And you need a way to automatically and repeatedly send interesting, valuable, and persuasive emails that build a relationship with those folks so that you can get them to go and buy stuff, whether it be your own stuff or affiliate stuff. And these 3 things work interdependently to generate cash flow and income. So let's take a deeper look at each one. We're going to take a look at a few student lead capture pages right now. And these are all Email Alchemy members, so you know this isn't just theory. I told you about Sue Heinze earlier. Here's one of her pages. 10-day little black dress diet and workout plan. This is one of John Benson's pages. Free in-home workout videos. Shape your thighs, buns, arms, and abs for free. And you notice a pattern here, don't you? Short, visually appealing with the call to action, get your free thing above the fold. Visible without scrolling that page, in other words. And you know, these pages are super easy to put together these days. In fact, at the end of the webinar, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to give you my personal quick start list business blueprint and a link where you can get a free 14-day trial on some powerful software that makes it drag and drop simple to have these pages up and running on the web in just a couple of hours. I'll also give you a roadmap for creating an irresistible lead generation magnet giveaway and proven funnel architecture as well. So stay right to the end. It's absolutely free. All right, so the second element is traffic. And there are 2 kinds of traffic. There's quick, easy traffic and slow, labor-intensive traffic. Quick, easy traffic you pay for. Slow, labor-intensive traffic you have to work for. And I'm going to give you a few examples of slow, labor-intensive traffic. Blogging, social media, submitting articles, writing next to free Kindle books, search engine optimization, so-called viral video creation. We're talking about 10 to 12-hour days at the keyboard, working your fingers to the bone, bloodshot eyes, and double vision. There are a lot of these slow, labor-intensive traffic generation options. And as I promised you at the beginning of the presentation, we're not going to be talking about any of them. So let's talk about quick and easy traffic. and how to pay for it with OPM and OPL. Other people's money and other people's lists. And we'll start with OPL. OPL traffic is generated by getting established list owners in your space to mail some useful piece of content that you create to their list. People click the link in that email. They come to your lead capture page. They consume your valuable free content. And a few of them go ahead and they invest in a product that you have created. This chart shows what happened in a short 29-day period. As you can see, I'm generating 1,400, 1,600, 700 subscribers per day. And that isn't even all the leads that I'm generating on a daily basis. This is just one campaign. And when you do this, you get a big spike in leads, and then you have to do it again. But that's okay because, hey, we're talking about over 12,000 subscribers in a very short period of time. And you might be wondering why the leads are only flowing for roughly the first half of the campaign. Well, the thing is, we have to pay our partners. In this case, I had 3 or 4 partners with lists sending me this traffic. And I use a very specific sequence of emails to build desire for my offer over a period of time and a deadline to maximize the immediate monetization of those subscribers. And here's the revenue side of the equation. Some pretty nice numbers, almost $40,000 in one day. Another nice day, almost $26,000, $16,500. The money comes in quick. Okay, so I've used OPL, other people's lists, to capture 12,367 new subscribers in just 29 days. I've generated about $17 from each one of those subscribers during that time, over $215,000. And I haven't yet paid out a single cent in affiliate commissions. Isn't that amazing? In this business, you have an active, ready, and willing pool of backers who will front you their hard-earned assets. You get to put those assets to work for 30, 60, maybe even 90 days before shelling out some percentage of your revenues. In my case, I pay these folks 40%. And I pay them on the 15th of the month after a sale is registered. So I have free use of that asset for up to 45 days. In this case, I paid out $86,049 about 2 weeks after day 29, which was the last day that folks could take advantage of my special offer. In this case, a discount on my product. And so that's a 29-day gross profit of $129,066 on this one campaign. And gross profit is very close to net profit in this business. Operating expenses are just a couple of $1,000s a month. And you can get started for just a couple of $100 a month. You can ramp up from there. And if you think, oh, I'm just a beginner, I'm nobody, no one is going to lend me their list, well, that's just glass half empty thinking. When I quit my job in 2004, despite enormous protest and strenuous opposition from my wife, whom I love dearly to this day, we've been together for 37 years, that's exactly what I did. This is what I did. I spent a few months moonlighting, and I had, maybe a month's living expenses saved up. And so I quit my job cold turkey to run my own race. And within 1 week's time, I had borrowed somebody else's list. In fact, a complete stranger to me. Now, I didn't bring in $215,000 the first time I did this, but I did replace my salary handily. And now I love being able to spoil my wife. And you want to know how? You want to know a super fast and a super easy way to create a product to sell? You do a series of webinars. The first one is your lead generation magnet. It's free, otherwise known as Module 1. And at the end of the webinar, you invite people to the remaining webinars at fee. You collect the money up front, and you create the product with active participation from the people who buy on the first round. They love that. And you record the whole thing, you sell it again and again. And of course, there are other ingenious ways of creating products and other funnel architectures, but this is one of the best. You can even use this sell and then create approach with ebooks or membership sites or video trainings. So you're not locking yourself in a room somewhere for 2 years before you start bringing in money. Or if you want to do affiliate marketing, you just funnel traffic into somebody else's offer. You take a commission. course, I use OPM as well, other people's money. I currently generate 300 to 500 new subscribers every single day with Facebook ads. Cost me $5 to $10 per subscriber. But again, you don't pay Facebook until you get your credit card statement, which could be, if you time it strategically, up to 30 days after you've begun converting the traffic that they send you into money. Plus, you have a grace period of typically 21 days from the time you get that statement before Aunt Visa or Uncle MasterCard charge you any interest. So you have up to 51 days use of other people's money. And whether you're selling your own product or an affiliate product or even some combination of the two, as long as you make that $3, $5, $10 per subscriber cost back well within that time, you're building your list for free. It's not costing you a red cent. And from that point forward is pure operating profit. For me, right now, it takes about 8 days to recoup my $5 to $10 per subscriber cost on Facebook. And each one of those subscribers is worth, on average, about $100 to me over the lifetime of the relationship. Because guess what? Am I going to stop marketing to these 12,367 new subscribers after 29 days? Heck no. I'm going to continue emailing them. I'm going to continue to bond with them. I'm going to continue to deepen my relationship with them. And I'm going to continue to offer them additional products that I know through personal experience can make a positive difference in their lives. Those new subscribers are like an annuity income that it just keeps paying you for months, even years. I have people who have been on my list and repeatedly buying for over 10 years. Do you see the beauty of this? Of course, that's not going to happen. In fact, nothing is going to happen, and you'll fall flat on your face if you don't have the third element, which is the most important element of all, a way to automatically and repeatedly send interesting, valuable, and persuasive emails that build a relationship with those folks so you can get them to go and buy stuff. And this is where we separate the men from the boys and the women from the girls. And so here's that process. Naturally, when somebody signs up to your list, you got to have an autoresponder system, right? Obviously, you're not going to be sitting there sending these emails out manually. And your free 14-day tech trial that I'm going to give you at the end of this webinar, in addition to allowing you to quickly and easily create your web pages for collecting and monetizing the leads, also includes an autoresponder. So you can get started sending emails out to your list. And what will you say in these emails? I call this the arsenal. And I'm going to give you this mind map at the end of the webinar as well. But essentially, this is a library of different types of emails or campaigns for you to send out to your list. And pay close attention here, because I'm about to give you the keys to the kingdom. Your first order of business when somebody signs up is to make an impact on that subscriber with both your lead generation magnet and also the first few emails you send them. We call that an infiltration series. And the job of these emails is to begin the bonding process and create a connection with your new subscriber so they begin to like you and feel they can trust you and go ahead and buy with confidence when you present a link inside of the email. Of course, attention spans are very short these days. People will sign up to your list to get your lead generation magnet, but they get distracted. And you want your subscribers to consume your lead generation magnet because that's what pre-sells your offer, whether it be your own product or an affiliate product that you're promoting. You need to remind your prospects of the importance of that lead generation magnet that they signed up for and gently push them back to it repeatedly with your follow-up emails. I call this a propagation series. And by the way, if this is starting to sound like work, or you're thinking you're a terrible writer, or any of those fears are beginning to crop up, I want you to know that I've got you covered. I'm going to show you how I create all of these emails lickety-split and how you can too. Now, another thing that you're going to need here, another thing you need to do with these subscribers, if you want to maximize your income, you have to survey them and find out what kind of additional offers they're likely to respond to. I call these reconnaissance emails, asking people how they self-identify, what they're struggling with and what they want, and so on and so forth. Because once they're on your list for a little while and you've liquidated your traffic costs with a primary offer, you're going to want to introduce new offers and new lead generation magnets, whether they be additional products you develop or affiliate offers. I call these recruitment emails. And these you send out to your own list and also when you're using OPL, other people's lists. You give these to another list owner to send out to their list, and you get a flood of new subscribers, like I showed you earlier. And if you do this right, I'm going to show you how to do that in a moment here. Each one of these new subscribers can be worth up to $100 to you over time, or maybe even more. Now, $100 may not sound like much, but remember, even with the puny little list of just 5,000 subscribers, that's $500,000. If you do webinars, it's not enough to get people to sign up for them. You're also going to need to send what I call enforcer emails to get people to actually show up at your webinars. When you make special offers to your list, you're going to want to introduce an element of scarcity and urgency with emails that remind your subscribers of the consequences of inaction. I call that an ultimatum series. And that's kind of a bold word, but there are ways that you can make these emails very friendly and full of goodwill. I'm going to show you how to do that in a moment here. So you never come across as pushy or pitchy, which will kill your list faster than anything. Sometimes you're going to want to build anticipation for your offers, right? You're going to want to demonstrate social proof by collecting testimonials from your subscribers and buyers. Sometimes you're going to need to create a dialogue with your subscribers by sending emails that encourage them to reply directly to your emails. I call these liaison emails. When people buy things, you need to send emails congratulating them and encouraging them to actually use what they bought, so they stick to it and they actually gain the promised benefits. And sometimes you have to send emails designed to revive people who have stopped reading your emails or get them off your list. I call that a resurrection series. And the most important single idea or concept for successful list building and successfully building a list-based business is list monetization. You need some degree of immediate monetization within days or at most weeks of getting a new subscriber, so you're not going out of pocket. You're building on OPL and OPM, in other words. And you need long-term monetization. And both are dependent on having a ready-made arsenal of emails to send out, because the fortune is in the follow-up. And this is the entire subscriber lifecycle mapped out for you right here. Developed through countless campaigns over the years, building successful list-based businesses and masterminding million-dollar campaigns for dozens of high-profile direct marketers. This is rapid list building with other people's money and other people's lists, and how you can earn $3 to $16 per subscriber every couple of weeks. This is how, in months instead of years, you can break free. You can break free from unfulfilling work that makes other people rich, but never you. And you can finally begin doing what you were born to do on your own terms and in your own way. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not a money grab. It's a way to bring value to people you genuinely care about, to lead them to better lives and get paid handsomely to do it. If you want financial freedom, if you want your working hours to be a rewarding joy instead of a spirit-crushing burden, if you want choice about how you spend your days and whom you spend them with, you need a list-based business, because it's the fastest, easiest route to all of these things that you want and that you deserve. So where do you go from here? You've seen multiple case studies that demonstrate how all this works. You've seen people just like you who started with nothing and gone on to build hugely profitable and rewarding list-based businesses. I'm going to assume you would like to do the same, but I'm also going to assume that you'd like some additional help doing it. So here's what I have for you. It's called Email Alchemy Elite 2.0. It's a living membership. It's ongoing training and tools designed to help you to start up, grow, and scale a list-based business online with the exact systems and strategies that I've laid out for you here today. How to build a large list that earns you $3 to $16 per name every couple of weeks in the niche of your choosing, building that business from a standing start with other people's money and other people's lists. If you want to turn your annual income into your monthly or even your daily income while filling those days with stimulating activities that bring you joy and energy and satisfaction, then this is for you. And here's how it works. We start off with a core training program to get you set up. It's called Fellowship Fortune in a Box. Module 1 of FFB shows you how to choose a topic and a niche. It's gap analysis to find the precise intersection of passion and profitability. Module 2 is all about web technology made easy. I'm going to show you the quick, easy, and inexpensive way to do rapid list building, nurturing, and monetization step by step, including how to test, one page or email or webinar against another, which is crucially important. Not everything you do is going to work the first time you do it. You have to get feedback from the market and fine-tune your approach. Here's a startling example of the importance of this from John Bowes, one of our elite members. John is the in-house copywriter for John Assaraf. Reports doing a split test, regular email marketing versus email alchemy. Old campaign generated 38 sales. New campaign, Levis style, 330. Module 3 is about product creation. You're getting a proven formula and a day-by-day guide for creating your first digital product in 28 days or less. I'm also going to show you the investigative reporter model and how to get other people to do most of the work for you. You're going to learn how to do interview compilations, webinar-generated courses, mastermind groups, membership sites, and more. And Module 4 is the 4 pillars of list building. This is where I'm going to show you all about creating lead capture pages and lead generation magnets and monetization pages and exactly how to get traffic with OPL and OPM. So at the end of this 8-week training, if you follow along, you do the work, you're going to be ready to welcome your first subscribers. And of course, the most important and challenging piece is the emails you send these folks once you start bringing them in. The emails are the engine that makes this whole process work. And so in the members area, we have this amazing tool. It's called the Template Arsenal. So you never have to wonder about what to send and when to send it. And you don't have to give blood at the keyboard trying to write an email that people will actually open and read and buy through. This is the big stumbling block for other people trying to build lists that we're going to totally remove for you with this program. And this is nothing like anything you'll see anywhere else. This is not me giving you emails that I've used to sell my products. That's not really very useful if you're not selling something similar. This is not like other template packages that give you generic, poorly written 2-paragraph emails or those cheesy software programs that spit out garbage. Do not use those because they will kill your list and you'll go broke getting one. This, on the other hand, is the exact same system that I personally use to create emails for my big-time private clients, the same caliber of emails. They pay me $2,500 per email to create. Fill in the blank time savers that almost instantly transform you into an email marketing wizard, regardless of what you sell, and even if you flunked high school English. And I'm going to show you exactly how these templates are being used by our members. You just fill out this questionnaire about the product or service you're selling, and each answer is numbered. This is an actual questionnaire that one of our members filled out. She built her list-based business as a social media marketing consultant and service provider. You take your inputs from the questionnaire and you just insert them into one of the templates, massage them a little bit, make sure the tense and the context is right, and voila, instant email. It's like paint by numbers. Each template follows a proven persuasion structure, so you're never winging it, which rarely turns out well. So let me show you how this works. Tricky, blank number 0, max 3 words that name your product/service category, your niche, in other words. In this case, tricky marketing problem. Why you shouldn't, blank number 1, the action you're selling to your prospect in 3 words or less, use social media. Tricky marketing problem. Why you shouldn't use social media. Now think about this. The person has opted in for your lead generation magnet. They know you're trying to sell them something, but in the subject line, you're saying, don't do it. That's an example of a pattern interrupt. And its purpose is to get the person to open your email. There's a lot of noise in the inbox, and you have to be able to cut through. Now, the cool thing is you don't even have to know what a pattern interrupt is, let alone learn how to come up with one. You just fill in these little blanks here, and you're getting the genius of a copywriter who gets paid $2,500 per email to come up with these things. Like the opening. Oops. Like the opening. One of the hardest things to get right is the first few lines of your email. It's damn hard to get people reading. And if you don't hook them in those first few paragraphs, they're never going to even see your link. Or they may scroll down and click on the link without even reading the email, in which case they're far less likely to convert on the landing page. So it's crucially important that you don't blow those first few lines of copy that people see when they open up your email. So, although I'm grateful you downloaded our blank number 2 is the name of your lead generation magnet, free social media marketing secrets to double your business this year, special report. With the blank number 4, which is the name of your sales interview. Remember, she's in a service, right? Now, you may not need a sales interview, so you can just cut this blank. Free 60-minute social media marketing sanity check consultation. And blank number 5, name of additional incentive. 5 free Kick Our Tires custom design Facebook newsfeed post certificate. Whatever your lead generation magnets or lead generation magnet singular happens to be. And it goes on. And I forgot to warn you about a major blank number 0, max 3 words that name your product or service category. Social media glitch that's built into our comprehensive program. Now, this is what we call an open loop in an email. We're raising a provocative question and dancing around the question a little bit before we answer it. And this has the effect of drawing the person into serious reading. And again, this is a very advanced technique that you don't have to master in order to use it. You just fill in the blanks. You get to take advantage of a world-class persuasion without paying the $2,500 per email fees. And I'm not talking about the usual problems that come standard from the blank number 6, derogatory description of your competitor, that comes standard from the typical run-of-the-mill social media consultant or agency that talks a good game but leaves you with no hard dollar return on your investment. They'll burr you in blank number 7, nasty surprises, expenses for useless, maybe even fake fans, friends, and likes, stick you with hidden fees, maybe even ruin your brand with low-value, thoroughly unresearched posts written in broken English. I'm not talking about more nasty surprises, spam complaints, getting kicked off the major social media networks, or being blacklisted by Google. No, I'm talking about something we can't help you with. Now, do you see how the reader is held in suspense there while we're injecting points of superiority? Now comes the deepening segment of the email. We're going to deepen the trance. I'm talking about the fact that we'll make it impossible to keep your best customers from spreading positive word of mouth about you. Yes, you'll beg them to do their due diligence, live with your solutions for 6 months, make sure they fit perfectly, but they just won't wait to push your like button and share their delight. And you just fill in the rest of these blanks here. And if you follow the landing page formula that I give you in the training, and if you take it seriously and you do a decent job of it, you get this. And you get it in a tiny, teeny, wincy fraction of the time, effort, and expense of learning how to write emails yourself, which is a 10,000 hour proposition, and actually doing it yourself, which is another time suck, even if you knew what you were doing. And it doesn't matter what you're selling, product, service, affiliate offers. This is Alan McDorman, another one of our members, built his list-based business around selling leads to kitchen rental companies in different local markets. Subject line, tricky remodeling problem. Why you shouldn't revamp your kitchen. First name, although I'm grateful you joined our Kitchen Buyers Club with the $500 savings certificate, free design consultation, and free in-home measurement service. I forgot to warn you about a major remodeling glitch that's built into our comprehensive program. And I'm not talking about the usual problems that come standard from the big box home stores who supposedly save you money. They'll burr you in measurement errors, subcontractor battles, surprise wait times, and add-on fees. I'm not talking about off-center windows, unsightly gaps between cabinets and stove where food falls down, or custom requirements that are too complex for run-of-the-mill carpenters who claim to be kitchen experts. No, I'm talking about something we can't help you with. You see how this is the exact same template that our other member, the social media marketing consultant, used? Maybe you want to start out selling affiliate products. Look, here's a hot product on ClickBank. It's called the Venus Factor. By the way, never drive traffic directly to an affiliate offer like this. Get them on your email list first. And that way, the way you do that, by the way, is by creating your own lead generation magnet that's related to the affiliate product. Get people to opt into your list in order to get your lead generation magnet. And then inside of the lead generation magnet, you give them your affiliate link to take the next step. And that way you're building a real business. You can follow up with your prospect with these powerful email alchemy templates. And you can also introduce special time limited incentives. And of course, you can send them any number of additional offers in the future. You're building a real business. Subject line: tricky weight loss problem. Why you shouldn't diet. First name. Although I'm grateful you downloaded our free Foods That Slim and Foods That Bloat special report with the free video that explains how women just like you are getting fit and looking great. And this special report, Foods That Slim and Foods That Bloat, that's a lead generation magnet that you would create in order to capture leads and build your list and pre-sell the Venus Factor. And the free video is the Venus Factor sales page. You see how that works? I forgot to warn you about a major glitch that's built into our comprehensive weight loss program. And I'm not talking about the usual problems that come standard with the typical magic weight loss solutions or celebrity fad diets you see being flogged on TV. They'll torture you with excruciating food cravings, impossibly long and even dangerous exercise routines, and just plain bad nutritional advice that can ruin your health. I'm not talking about expensive supplements and feeling like some kind of carrot stick eating freak when you're out with your friends and they're enjoying your favorite foods. No, I'm talking about something we can't help you with. Does that look familiar? Except it's not kitchen reno leads or social media marketing consulting. It's about women's weight loss now. So all of the open loops and the pattern interrupts that we talked about in the previous adaptations, they're all intact. And of course, this is an infiltration email. It's an example of a first email that you send out to your list when they sign up. But inside of the members area here, as you can see, we have all 12 different types of templates covering the entire subscriber lifecycle. There's over 100 different templates, well over 100 in this arsenal. More than 65,000 words of professionally written emails, interesting, entertaining, valuable, and persuasive emails to send out to your list, to build trust and rapport and bonding so that you can monetize your list for years to come. And you can use these emails royalty-free to sell any product or service under the sun, or to recommend any product or service as an affiliate. What you're not allowed to do is resell them or adapt them for use by a third party, strictly for your own use. So you might be wondering, how much for all this? Well, it's a fact that high quality list building courses like the Fellowship Fortune in a Box typically run between $1,000 and $2,000. Of course, none of them includes an extensive arsenal of world-class, universally adaptable templates for actually monetizing your list. Realize I charge $2,500 to write a custom email. And there are well over 100 in the arsenal now. And if you do the math on that, and it comes to $250,000, you're doing the math right. And if that sounds like a lot of money to you, take a look at this. Email Alchemy dug far deeper into my list, quadrupled my sales in just 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks. We pulled $300,000 in immediate sales for 3Accelerator, plus another 100,000 plus in payment plan sales. John had a list of just 9,000 people when we hooked up. He sent just 26 of these Email Alchemy emails to make those numbers. At $2,500 a piece, that was a $65,000 investment. And there's a screenshot of my PayPal account to prove it. $5,000 upfront and $60,000 on completion. Yet John brought in over $400,000 just one time out with those emails. Just 2 weeks worth of emails. Here you're getting well over 100 emails, and you can use them for life. So $250,000, cheap. Of course, you may not have 9,000 folks on your email list just yet. So let's assign a very, very modest $15,000 value to this arsenal, because heck, even a hack copywriter would charge you more than that to write all of these emails, and they would be crap in comparison. They're well over, I think there's 116 emails in there now. Imagine the time savings. Over 65,000 words of spellbinding email copy, yours to use forever, royalty-free. Total value of over $15,997. Third thing you're getting here, I'm going to give you my complete Email Alchemy Track 1 training for creating these killer emails entirely from scratch, because there may come a time when you'd like to send out your own creation, and this way you'll do it right instead of fumbling around in the dark. This sells every day on my website for $997. And I just want to tell you about a few more members who have been through this training and put the strategies to work in their business. This is Ron Reich. Ron is in the relationship niche, routinely kills it in affiliate contests against guys with lists that are 10 times the size. John Angel here brought in over $30,000 on a $1 trial offer to a list that had not bought a single thing in over 4 years. James Fry, complete, utter newbie in the grow your own food niche of all things, built his list-based business from no subscribers into the thousands and earned $4.45 per name in less than 2 weeks. Together, that's a $16,994 plus value. You're also getting my $1,297 campaign conversion multiplier sessions, covering the complete click-to-sale conversion lifecycle. This is a whole membership site all on its own. It's on top of everything you're getting with Email Alchemy Elite, all of the tools that you need to plan, strategize, execute, and extend this fellowship style of marketing into every other type of media for getting the most from every precious click that you generate with your Email Alchemy list-based business. So you're getting the Fellowship Fortune in the Box training. You're getting the done-for-you fill-in-the-blank template arsenal. You're getting the Email Alchemy do-it-yourself training. You're getting the campaign conversion multiplier. Plus, I do a group coaching call. It's a webinar, actually, every single month where I will train you further on niche selection, product creation, lead capture, template adaptation, traffic generation, autoresponder systems, any and all hot topics that come up. I answer any questions you send in ahead of time. I answer live questions on the fly. I bring folks up in the hot seat and I critique and I consult with you live in front of the group. I do these personally, and there's only so many of these I can do. This is a hands-on, it's a very supported program, so I can only hold this offer open for a very short time, and it's first come, first served. I'll also plug you into a private members-only Facebook mastermind so you can share your experience, you can celebrate your victories, network with other avid and successful entrepreneurs between sessions. You'll be part of an exclusive community who are using and profiting from Email Alchemy and growing incredibly rewarding and profitable list-driven businesses, total value of over $19,455. Now, let me tell you about the biggest benefit of all. Every month, I personally write new custom templates for individual members for a month. Maybe you need more emails to get people to a live seminar, or emails to solicit testimonials, or get people into your online store, or to generate sales appointments, or to win an affiliate contest in a big launch that's coming out, whatever it might be. And I'll write a new template, blanks filled in for you. And all of our members are then free to use the new template as well. And of course, you're free to do the same when it's another member's turn to get me to actually write an email for them without having to pay the customary $2,500 fee. So this arsenal here is continually growing. It's continually evolving around your needs. Grows each and every week as I'm doing this. You'll use it for years to come, for as long as you remain in business. It's a living membership that literally doubles in value in just the first year. And again, this is me doing the work for you. I do not farm this out, because the emails that you send out to your list is what creates trust and fellowship, which is the key success factor for list building and ongoing profits. Nothing else matters if you don't get this right. So I'm doing intake for a few days only. So the sooner you get on board, the sooner you're going to be profiting from your custom written emails. And obviously the demand far outstrips the supply. So be quick to get on board before I'm forced to shut down this intake. I only do this once in a while. You're getting the Fellowship Fortune in a Box, all of the nitty-gritty training to get your list-driven business started. You're getting the done-for-you fill-in-the-blank template arsenal, both the core arsenal that's in there now and also the evolving arsenal that grows around your needs each and every month, virtually doubling in value over the course of the next year. You're getting the full Email Alchemy training, the campaign conversion multiplier, the monthly coaching calls, and the private Facebook mastermind, Total value of over $29,455. And as you've seen, this is actually a gross understatement. Yet annual membership in Email Alchemy Elite 2.0 sells for just $5,000. And while I am still able to accommodate new members for a few days only, I'm going to give you an unprecedented 60% discount. So just $2,000 if you join in time. You're in for a full year, and everything in the members area is yours for life. Even if you do not renew in a year's time, everything that's in there on your last day of your membership is yours to download and keep and use royalty-free forever. Like I say, this is a living program. I really do support you personally. The arsenal is continually growing and evolving around your needs, so membership is strictly limited to a manageable number. This is not fake scarcity. The $1,997 rather price is discounted by 60%. It will go back up to $5,000 very shortly. And I know that may still be a lot of money for some people. So I have a payment plan for you as well. 3 easy monthly payments of just $797, incredibly cheap for everything that you need to get going in this business. Guys, I'm excited. I want to make it available to you now. We'll see if we can get Paul to shoot you out a big badass button where you can get started. Hopefully he can get that out to you. Wouldn't want to tease you that badly. And when you click that button, a new window should open up, and you can continue to watch the rest of the webinar. You'll see everything that I told you about documented on that page. You'll see a radio button to pay in full, or there's the radio button to pay in full, or take advantage of our in-house payment plan at the top right of the page there. I've also got a special arrangement with PayPal. If you live in the United States, if you select the pay in full option and you continue to the next step, you fill out this form, fill all this stuff out, and then scroll to the bottom, you can select PayPal, and they'll actually bankroll your investment. You can finance your annual membership for 6 months, and it's no payments and no interest for 6 months on approved credit. And of course, it says $5,000 there, but you'll get in at 60% off, just $1,997 if you enroll now, or you can take advantage of our in-house payment plan. 3 easy payments of just $797. So go ahead and click the button, lock in one of those options at 60% off while you got the chance. Join the community, get your list building business set up, feast on the done for you email templates, gorge on the trainings, work with me personally, and watch your income grow. And I want you to know that you can feel safe and relaxed in your decision to join, because I'm backing you up 100% with an unprecedented "you must be delighted by your membership" guarantee. Remember, this is a supported program. When you join, you're essentially hiring me as your coach. And like any good coach, I don't accept excuses for inaction, because that's not going to get you what you want. We're not going to let fear rob you of your destiny. And it's my job to make sure that's really not an option for you. So Email Alchemy Elite comes with a 30-day, 100% delight assured money back guarantee. And to be eligible for a refund, you simply complete the Fellowship Fortune in a Box Module 1 worksheets and send them to me. It's just a series of questions. And by the time you complete the module and you work through these questions, you will know exactly what kind of business you're going to pursue at the precise intersection of passion and profitability, and how to differentiate yourself in that niche. And as you've seen, Email Alchemy Elite works incredibly well for people who do the work. And if you do the work and you are not beside yourself with excitement about the income potential and the possibilities ahead, if you don't see the value in spades, just send an email to support@daniellevis.com within the next 30 days with your worksheets from Module 1 attached and your acknowledgement in writing that you relinquish your license to use any of the Email Alchemy templates, and we'll cheerfully refund your money and part friends. So the only risk is not getting involved during this very short enrollment window that I have open right now at 60% off the regular price. And if you do it right now, while this webinar is live and we're here together, provided you pay in full, I'm going to throw in an incredible additional bonus. I also want to ship you this big ass binder and CD set As you can see, it's a thick binder. It's like 500 pages broken into 13 different modules, many hours of audio. It's actually 13 CDs. It's called Quantum Income Leap, the fastest way to six figures and beyond for coaches, consultants, and freelancing pros. This sells on my site for $1,997 all by its lonesome. And I want to reward your fast action with a copy shipped to your door. No online access for this, strictly hard copy. So naturally, this bonus is only if you pay in full while our webinar is live here today. And the reason I'm including the Quantum Income Leap is twofold. Number one, because some sort of coaching, consulting, or freelancing is going to be a list-driven business option for a lot of you. You've gone to school for certain things. Maybe you've spent a good long career gaining experience on the job, and taking those skills and experiences and turning them into a business may make a lot of sense for you. Now, obviously, you want to build a list, but there are many other secrets that are specific to selling professional services. And this course contains everything that I know about positioning yourself as an authority, charging premium prices, and automating your client acquisition processes. So, second reason I'm offering this is because, even if you're selling digital products or physical products or even affiliate products, you should have a high touch, high ticket back end to your business that you can sell to folks as your relationship deepens. And this course offers a tremendous amount of insight into how to begin incorporating that back end into any list-driven business in detail, right up to what to do and what to say to a high-end 5 or 6-figure client on the phone to close a deal. So you get this shipped to your door when you pay in full, as long as you place your order while we're here together live on this webinar. And as I say, it's a $1,997 course all by itself. You get it free. You get it shipped to your door. How cool is that? You now stand at a crossroads. You can continue to live a life of quiet desperation, dragging yourself out of bed each morning to take your place at a job where you bust your hump to build somebody else's dream. Or you can build your own dream and wake up each morning with a smile on your face and a spring in your step. You can continue to struggle financially, piling up credit card debt, failing repeatedly in one superficial business opportunity after another, or you can confidently follow your bliss and the money will come quickly, as it has for so many of our members. The choice is yours. Why not click the button and join us while you've got the chance and while you can get the webinar only bonus? What have you got to lose? What on earth have you got to lose? So I'm going to spend the next 15 minutes or so answering some frequently asked questions and also some questions that you guys sent in prior to the webinar. So people are wondering, do I still get the webinar only bonus if I use PayPal financing? Yes, you do. Absolutely, you do. We have a deal with them right now. You can actually apply for a line of credit of up to $10,000, and they'll give you an answer right away. And if you have good credit and you live in the United States, you can finance your Email Alchemy Elite membership for 6 full months. No payments and no interest. Plus, you get the webinar only bonus to boot because we get the money from PayPal upfront. So yes is the answer. What if I don't renew after the first year? Can I still use your amazing templates? Thank you for the compliment. Absolutely you can. When you've paid your annual fee, the templates are yours to use and profit from for life. This is a living membership. It'll continue to get bigger and better and more comprehensive. The arsenal is expanding weekly around your needs. It's going to be much more than it is now, a year from now. And still, you can download everything on the last day, cancel, and then use everything that you've downloaded for life, royalty free. Now, by the same token, if you take the payment plan, the in-house payment plan, and you default on any of the payments, you lose the legal right to use any of the templates and your membership will be terminated, which is only fair. All right, so there are a few questions here we got over the last couple of days, and we're not going to have a chance to answer all of them, unfortunately, but remember, guys, the Quantum Income Leap, it's on the table here, but you must enroll before we finish. Click on the link to my right, to the right of the screen there, and get started. All right, so we got a lot of questions A lot of very similar questions. People asking whether this would work for various different kinds of businesses, products and services and affiliate sales, all kinds of different stuff. And rather than answer these all individually, let me answer by saying this. If the market you're going after uses email, this will work for you. Simple as that, period. End of story. And you'll see all kinds of different examples across dozens of different industries. When you get inside the members area, the templates are universally adaptable. You can use them for anything. Next question. Oh, this one's a little cheeky. Can I really make money with this? Or is it just another diversion that's going to leave me broker than before? Excuse me. Well, that's the big question, isn't it? And if you do the work, there's absolutely no excuse for not making a big pile of money with email alchemy. And that may not even be your prime motivation. It's not mine. What turns me on is seeing you guys succeed, seeing you getting what you want out of life with my help. And money is a means to that end. It lets me help more people. It'll help you help more people and gain a greater level of independence, for more security and stability for you and your family, for better leverage of your time and your resources so that you can earn more while earning less, so you can make a bigger contribution, so you can pursue your true calling, whatever it happens to be. All of us have our own money motivations. But remember, things don't change unless you change things. Where do you want to be a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? How will you get there if you don't do something different? If you don't do something brave and break out on your own? How many years do you have left to mess around? The average life expectancy is what, around 74 years of age? Back your age out of that. If you're now 55, like me, you got just 19 years left. Then ask yourself, how much of that time do I want to spend worrying about money? How much of that time do I want to spend involved in work that I don't enjoy with people I don't really relate to? This is the game changer you're looking for. Imagine having a wealth generating system in place that gives you the freedom to tailor your lifestyle without compromise, to spend the rest of your years enjoying your family, traveling, doing all of the things that you've been depriving yourself of for so many years. Well, that's what I'm really offering you. Don't look back a year from now no further ahead than you are now. Don't look back a year from now thinking, why am I wasting my life? Why didn't I give it a shot? Because you'll be kicking yourself for sitting on the sidelines, and nobody should have to live with that kind of regret. People sometimes ask, why is it so expensive? And I say, you mean if you join Email Alchemy Elite 2.0 or if you don't? I can assure you with 100% certainty that you will pay more if you don't. Assuming you're serious about building a business and you're not just here because you like the sound of my voice. But hey, if you're hesitant about the investment, I get it. Money is a relative concept. Now I drop $2,000. I don't even think about it. But there was a time when $2,000 was an awful lot of money to me. There was a time when I was so deep in debt that I couldn't get a job that paid enough to carry me. I was literally drowning, working harder and harder, scrimping and saving every last penny, and still sinking deeper and deeper into debt each month. Until one day I was sitting there at my computer feeling sorry for myself, and I got this email from a guy named Matt Fury, a bulk email from his autoresponder, in fact. And he told me a story about his past, and it sounded very much like my present. And the moral of the story was that you can't save your way out of the financial jam. You have to go on the offensive. That's why I went into business for myself in November of 2004. And despite being up to my hairy eyebrows in high interest debt, I quit my job and I took on even more loans from Aunt Visa and Uncle MasterCard. And that's when everything changed for me. I burned my boat, so there was no turning back, invested in the very best tools and training that I could find. And now I laugh at spending $2,000 on a valuable resource. It's just pocket change, especially when you consider the return on the investment. So if you're in a stuck between a rock and a financially hard place right now, that's the absolute best possible reason to get involved with us here, so that you're never financially embarrassed again. Click on that button there to the right of the screen and put a stake in the sand right here, right now, and make that commitment. Next question. With everything else I have going on, I'm wondering if I'll be able to find the time to do this. How much time is involved to go through this training? I get it. You're busy. We're all busy. That said, wouldn't you prefer to invest your time in something that can give you financial freedom and financial security, and that can give you a deep and abiding sense of personal satisfaction than all of those other things put together? The secret to wealth is typically not much more than getting your priorities straight and focusing your resources where they have the most impact. And that is unquestionably list building and email marketing, especially when you do it the Email Alchemy way. If you're thinking you're going to build a better life without making a substantial investment, whether it be time or money, you're just deluding yourself. And when it comes to building a business, this program is the biggest time saver going. Take 5 minutes and wipe something of less importance off of your schedule so you can make time for this. Put it to work, and you'll be able to buy time with the money it makes you. There'll never be a better time to reprioritize your life and get a better plan working for you. So hopefully that answers your question. Next question. Do people even read emails these days? Isn't it a dying media? Well, we've been at this for what, 90 minutes? Just about 90 minutes. And you've seen success story after success story. So hopefully by now, you've seen that simply isn't true. You've seen why email is still the killer marketing app. It's where people are enthusiastic about buying. Not on Facebook or on YouTube or Instagram. Email. Even if you get leads from those places, it's ultimately the relationship that you establish through email that creates your business. So isn't that where you should be focusing your efforts? Studies prove people are 4.5 times more likely to buy through email than social media. Studies prove that people are 14 times more likely to even see your marketing message through email versus social media. You've seen how a short 10 to 15 day email alchemy campaign will routinely pull in $3 per name and as much as $16 per name, and even more than that. And how that means you can generate a 6-figure income with this from a tiny little list of just 1,500 names, or a 7-figure income from just 15,000 names. Imagine the freedom that kind of money can bring you, or the impact you can have in the world and the people you could be helping. By now, you've seen the enormous ROI that you get and how quickly people are getting it with email alchemy, and how you can create rapid income growth using other people's money and other people's lists. There's simply no leverage like it. You've seen how people just like you are raking in cash like there's no tomorrow. $400,000 in as little as 2 weeks. We saw $1 million windfall in just 10 days. Documented stats and proof. You've seen them doing it with relatively small lists. And by now, you've seen how you can get involved with Email Alchemy Elite for 60% off the regular rate when you invest now. Because even at the regular $5,000 price, it's one of the world's biggest bargains. Because remember, you're getting full-blown, done-for-you email templates written by one of the world's highest paid copywriters, covering the entire subscriber lifecycle that you can then recycle into dozens of different campaigns, world-class persuasion. I'm not kidding when I say you would pay me $2,500 per email and $250,000 to write all of these custom emails in the arsenal. Never mind all of the amazing Email Alchemy training and the bonuses and the masterminding and the personalized support that's available to you for a couple of days only if you move. So would you like to get your list business, your list-driven business off the ground and your email marketing taken care of at 60% off, plus get this spectacular bonus that you see up on the screen there? Or would you feel more comfortable waiting and paying the regular $5,000 price? Sure, you can go to my website anytime you want. You can grab Email Alchemy Elite for $5,000. But this webinar, this special webinar, is the one and only place You can get it for just $19.97. Heck, you can even take the PayPal financing, pay nothing for 6 months, no interest, if you're in the United States and you have good credit. So strike now while the iron's hot, while the facts are in front of you, and it's fresh on your mind, and while you can get the Quantum Income Leap Home Study course. Another question, how good of a writer do I need to be? Well, that's the whole point of this. You don't have to be a good writer at all. You can totally suck at writing emails, because here with the template arsenal, you just have to fill in the blanks. All of the hard creative stuff has been done for you. All of the trial and error about what works and what doesn't work, taken care of. All of the heavy lifting handled. If you go through the trainings, if you take action and you take the filling in of those blanks seriously, watch a few videos to see how it's done, and you got basic high school English, you can start earning almost immediately. If it were me 12 years ago when I started building my list, man, I would have hit that order button so hard and so fast, it would be frightening. I'd be scared to death that it would, I wouldn't get in before it fills up. How long does it take to get results? I guess this is going to be about the last question. From ground zero, assuming you have nothing in place now, and you know nothing about the list building business, within 6 to 8 weeks' time, if you work your butt off, you could be ready to welcome your first subscribers and begin generating cash. Of course, it's up to you how fast you progress. You can take as long as you like to get up and running, but I have designed this for speed. If you have an email list already, you can start profiting from it. You can probably get your money back by tomorrow. And I will tell you this, there's no faster, easier, or more leveraged strategy, skill, or capability available to you anywhere if you define results by money in your bank account and the reawakening of your soul that comes from breaking free from wage slavery and finally being able to do what you were born to do. Now, obviously, a good deal of the answer to this question depends on you. Are you the kind of person who can follow instructions? Are you the kind of person who can take action? Or are you a training junkie who just likes to buy stuff and never use it? Are you the kind of person who doesn't get discouraged when you blow it the first time around? And are you coachable in that case and willing to put your ego aside and follow a proven plan? Entrepreneurship doesn't get any faster or easier than this. It doesn't get any more foolproof than this. And it doesn't get any more rewarding than this. So go ahead, give this a try, do it right now, pay in full, and you can get the Quantum Income Leap bonus. It's gone when this webinar is over. I'll take one more question. I'm going to answer one more. I would like to join, somebody says, but I'm wondering, Frank, if email marketing and information marketing is a solid business model for the years ahead. I mean, there are sites like Udemy, which sell high quality information products for very low price. And isn't there the danger that Amazon steps into information product marketing big time, taking the whole market? Well, that's a very thoughtful question. Frank, nobody has a crystal ball into the future, but here's my take on it. First of all, Email Alchemy Elite is not just about info products. We have many members using it to sell hard goods and services as well, and also affiliate products, info products and otherwise. Yes, there is some commoditization in the low end of the info product market with things like Udemy and Amazon, but smart info marketers who build lists and strong relationships with those lists, fellowships in other words, will continue to thrive. Just to ask those guys selling how to sell on Amazon info products for thousands of dollars. Now, we're also seeing an upward trend toward more hands-on kinds of programs like Email Alchemy Elite, where you get access to the expert via email and group coaching sessions and the like. People don't just want access to information, they want access to the expert, which they don't get with these info malls like Udemy. No marketer with a real product and any brains will give their product to Udemy or Amazon to market and give up most of the revenue and the most valuable asset of all, which is the brand and the list. The key thing to remember is products and services are not businesses. Just ask Kodak. Relationships and brands are where the value is. If you build a list and a strong fellowship with that list, you can easily pivot unless you're out to lunch like Kodak, and you can continue to monetize that list for years and years to come in any number of different ways. All right, so looks like we're out of time. I'm going to give you the link to the special bonus for going the distance. But if you're still on this webinar, you know that you want an Email Alchemy Elite 2.0 membership. You know that you need it. You're going to want to get it at the special price. You're going to get it. You want to be at or near the front of the line in terms of support and get in a hot seat or have me write a custom template for you. So you might as well get in on the webinar only bonus as well if you have not already. I see a great number of you have, but if you haven't, now's your shot. This is the only time I'm including the Quantum Income Leap. It's a $1,997 product all on its own. It's only available if you order in the next couple of minutes, and it's worth its weight in gold. This is how I started out with list building as a freelancer. I made so many mistakes, it's not funny. Wasted a lot of time and money getting it to work. And this gives you my complete system for positioning yourself through digital marketing to effortlessly attract and pre-sell potential clients instead of chasing them around manually. So your credibility and your authority is sky high, and they close so much more easily. So they come to you automatically, predisposed to doing business with you. And so you can dramatically raise your fees and you can earn what you're worth. It's yours free with Email Alchemy Elite 2.0, provided you pay in full, shipped to your door, going once, going twice, going thrice. Okay. Well, congratulations to everybody who grabbed the bull by the horns today. I look forward to seeing you in the members area and at the monthly coaching webinars, growing your business, gaining time and money freedom, and the personal satisfaction that can only come when you are in Dharma, fulfilling your life's purpose. So thank you for going the distance. Here is your special bonus for staying glued right to the end. It's the link at the bottom of the screen. You're going to find the slides for today's presentation at that link. Also inside are my blueprints for list building and monetization, and I've made special arrangements for you to get a 14-day free trial of ClickFunnels, which is the tech piece of this business, handled your lead capture pages and your money pages and your autoresponder and all that jazz. Now, when you download the List Business Blueprint PDF, naturally, there's a link to Email Alchemy Elite, but do not buy there. Make sure you enroll via the special link to the right of the screen here, because you'll get $3,000 off. Now, I'm out of here, but I'm going to leave that link up on the screen. I'm going to leave the webinar live for a few more minutes. We're time stamping orders here. So as long as you join and you pay in full before this webinar shuts down, we're going to send you the Quantum Income Leap Home Study course. Take care, and I hope to see you in the members area. Oh, somebody says the link is covered. Can you see it now? Can you guys see that link now? Lou, Maya, Robert, can you see the link? No? Come on, really? Whoops. The page isn't here. Let me try it. Got to get you your free gift. That wouldn't be bad. Let me see if I can access it. Yeah, it's working for me. I think I used a lowercase b in Blueprint. Let's try again with the big B. Yeah, it's working. Guys, try it again. Has anybody got it to work? Because it's working. It works. Joseph, it works. Donovan, I can see it. The link is visible, but the page is not there. Try again, Juan. It's working. Yes, thank you, Maya says. Yes, John. All right. Lou, no? Okay, there's the link in the chat box. I see Paul is giving the link out in the chat box. Okay. Yep, instant download. No page showed. All right, well, don't worry. If you didn't get it, we'll find a way to get it to you. I see a couple more questions have come in while we've been doing this. So Let me see if I have time to answer a couple more questions. I think I do. Yeah, these are not too hard. Somebody's asking, what if I don't own my own product? I was thinking of promoting high quality affiliate products, or if I should invest in something called, I don't know what this is, but he's calling it a mega trend e-commerce via selling private label products on Amazon. I don't know what that is, but I can assure you that the money is in the list. The money is in the list, full stop. Amazon selling is building Amazon's list and Amazon's brand. Much better owning the brand and the list. Even if you're selling affiliate products initially, the brand and the list are the MVA, most valuable asset. And I'll answer one more. How do I get quality leads? I've tried so many traffic sources and all I get is junk. Sure. Well, there are three factors. I have this burned into my brain indelibly from doing this for so long. There are three factors that determine the quality and the profitability of a lead. One is traffic source. Garbage in, garbage out rule applies, right? And if you start generating traffic the way I teach you, using OPL and OPM, you're going to stop getting those junk leads. It's not going to happen anymore. Second factor is offer, right? You need a tight message to market match. Doesn't matter how good your leads are if they don't want what you're selling. Of course, I teach you all about matching product to message and market in module 1 of the Fellowship Fortune in a Box training. And the third and the most challenging factor is the actual emails that you send out to your list. Do they build the bond and the fellowship between you and your subscribers? Are they interesting, intriguing, entertaining, encouraging, and persuasive? The template arsenal guarantees it. So I got to get out of here. If you can't get that free gift, don't worry. We'll find a way to get it to you. And I hope to see you in the members area. Bye for now.